Hey guys, today I have a video on like brush care, like makeup brush care. I get a lot of comments on how I clean my brushes, just questions and stuff. And I have like a pretty fine-tuned way of doing it. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell you what I use and just like show you the tools and stuff that I use to do it. I store my makeup brushes in these containers. These are those Bath & Body Works candle like glass containers. I have like my bigger face brushes here, and then I have just my smaller brushes here. There's some face brushes in here too. And what I do is I have several brushes I use for foundation. All of these brushes for foundation. I have two expert face brushes from Real Techniques, the buffing brush, and then this Tarte brush that came with a Tarte foundation. And then I have the stipple brush from Real Techniques, and these are what I use. And what I do is I only use these once before I wash them, because I have really sensitive skin. My pores get clogged very easily, and if I reuse them, it's just a mess. And so these are my favorite, the expert face brushes from Real Techniques, and so I use these pretty quickly after I wash them. And so I usually wash my brushes like once a week. I usually, like on a Monday, I'll wash all my brushes. But to keep these clean in between, I have a spray bottle of alcohol. I think it's 90%, I want to say 90%, that I keep, and I spray the brush directly, and then I spray like a washcloth, and I just kind of rub it off, and I do that like 2 or 3 times. And alcohol dries really fast, so I feel like if I can do that right before I put my foundation on, and then it'll be practically dry and it won't affect my makeup. So that's why I do that. And then also I use like blender sponges, which I have in another one of these containers. I have all of these sponges that I use, which I'll tell you how I clean those too. And that's what I use to put on foundation. I do not clean any of my other face brushes or my eye brushes that regularly. Probably like once a month for the rest of them. But for the ones that I'm like putting on my bare skin, I make sure those are washed more regularly. And what I do is for my brushes, I got this glove right here, this mitt. It's like an oven mitt, but it's silicone and it's textured. If you can see that. I got this from Home Goods. I think it was $5.99 or $6.99. I can't remember, but it was really inexpensive. And it goes down pretty far. And it's like, it's really comfortable to wear. It is a little big, but I have really small hands. But like, it's just a really good size, and you can, I just keep my hand like this the whole time, and I use the palm and the finger part for like scrubbing. And it's got a pretty deep texture, if you can see. So it does really good at cleaning brushes. And then the whole thing is textured. So this also has a texture right here. And then I don't know if you've ever seen, it's like the Sigma brush glove, which is like, I've heard people say one of these is like the same thing. I think that glove is like $35, and I've heard it does such a good job of cleaning your brushes, so I wanted to check out something similar. And so I went ahead and picked this up, and what I do is I scrub, I put a little bit of baby shampoo, which is what I clean my brushes with. I wet the glove, and I put a little bit of baby shampoo directly on here. And then I take my brush and I get that wet, and then I just, like on this big part right here that's really textured, I clean my brush, and then I rinse them both off, and then I do it again until it runs clean. And then just like in the Sigma brush glove, they have like a little thing right here that you can like squeeze your brush out with. I do that. I take it and I squeeze it out, and then I lay it on a towel. And then when I'm done cleaning my brushes, I kind of like rub the towel or the brush heads on the towel and just kind of like shape them up a little bit, and then I let them sit to dry. And this, I mean, it works good for eye brushes. I clean my eyeliner brushes on here. I clean my spoolie like eyebrow brushes on here. I just love it. And then when I'm done, I take hand soap and I clean the glove. Because it definitely gets like, it usually has like a lot of shimmer on it, I think from like my eye brushes and stuff, and it's definitely still on there, but it doesn't come off on my face brushes, and I know if I wash it with hand soap that it is clean. And then I store it in a drawer so that it doesn't get any dust or anything on it, because I know that that can clog pores too. So that's how I deep clean my brushes. And then alcohol is how I spot treat them. And then this is what I use to clean them. I've used hand soap before if I've been out of this, because I do think it works just as good. I just worry, I think some hand soaps have mineral oil, and that is like awful for my skin. Like, it clogs my pores like crazy. And this is made without mineral oil, so that's good. And then for my sponges, what I do is I use them once, and then I wash them while I'm washing my face for the day in the morning. And then that's, then they're like pre-wet and everything, and then I can use a dry one and let this dry, or I can use that wet one to put my foundation on for the day. So I really love these for that. That's why I got a couple more. But what I do is I use my, either the hand soap that I have that doesn't have mineral oil in it, or I use my face wash, because I have a big pump of face wash. And I mean, they're going to be stained and they're kind of a pain to clean, but they work so well, I feel like it's definitely worth it. So I get them wet and squeeze them until I know like it's wet throughout, and then I pump hand soap directly or my face wash directly on here, and then I just rub it back and forth in my hand, and then I squeeze it out like from the bottom like this, and I keep doing that until it runs clear, because like brown stuff will continue to come out of it. And I usually have to do it 2 or 3 times, and then I do the same to the tip. I pump it out onto the tip of the sponge, and then I usually like stick it in between my fingers, like right here, and kind of rub it back and forth to make sure it's clean. And then I'll squeeze it out upside down like this, and it just till it runs clean. And then at the end I soak it again and just squeeze it out until it's running clear. I don't think there's any more soap in there. And then I give it one last squeeze, and I roll it in a clean towel, and then I prop it up on something. Right now what I'm using is I have this, it's to hold your cell phone, but it works perfectly to hold like a sponge. So I have that on my vanity top, and that's where I have the sponge that I'm using that's drying, or that's waiting to be used, that is wet. So that's how I do that. And I think that's about all. I only have a certain amount of my brushes out at a time that I'm using, and it's just ones that I use all the time. When I travel, I have like a travel set. This is the Sigma, this is Mrs. Bunny. It's the vegan synthetic brushes. And then I'll wash these, I'll deep clean these, and then I'll put them away. And I have a couple other travel brush sets and stuff too that I bring. So that's how I clean my brushes. But yeah, if you guys have any questions about brushes or brush cleaners or that glove, go ahead and let me know. And if you want a tutorial on how I clean my brushes using that glove, go ahead and thumbs up this video, and I'll go ahead and get on that if that's what you guys want. So yeah, go ahead and let me know. I hope you guys are having a good day, and I'll see you.